You can't let nobody see you sweat, sis. You better than that. Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? You've now tuned in to my Love and Hip Hop recap. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't, and all that other good stuff. Okay, I know we missed a week, but I was out on my little vacay. Vlog is coming soon. Well, it's a little getaway, not a vacay. Yeah, vlog is coming soon, guys. I know you've already seen this little mama still going strong, even though we was partying and stuff with her. And I wore her a few times already. Love it. Definitely got to get this in a 1B as well. I also got it in a blonde, but I don't know. I got to try it on with makeup and see how it looks, because I ain't really like how I looked when I just tried it on without any makeup. So we'll see. I might end up selling that one. And I'm going to be replenishing my website, so definitely be sure to check it out. SamoreLove.com. All right, so let's get into this episode, y'all. All right, so Tokyo and Karlie, they aren't really cool right now. They was like bickering, going back and forth. Tokyo just feels like she's a real messy type of person from the way that she did Tiara. And she was just like kind of over it. She's just like, you know, that she's not a real friend. Like, she just continuously sets people up. And that's how she is. Like, a lot of people, they be acting like, you know, like it's all good. But I've been seeing that. Like, she's mad messy. Like, she's a person... She talks about she's helping you, trying to find out, but sometimes you don't want to find out, you know, or sometimes it's all about the way that you do things, you know. Ambushing somebody with two of the dude side chicks that's not what's up, you know. So just Brittany, Tiara, and Jasmine, they were checking out grills. It was really just Brittany. She invited Tiara, but then Tiara invited Jasmine. She's not really too cool with Jasmine. She actually told her not to bring Jasmine. I guess she just doesn't like the way Jasmine moves. And according to everything that she heard, and she knows that the person that she's about to do a performance for at their event, which is Rasheeda, she got problems with. So I feel like those are the reasons why she ain't really feeling her like that. Because I'm pretty sure, I mean, I don't know just Brittany like that, but she don't seem like she's any saint. You know what I'm saying? She don't seem like she needs to be really judging nobody. But hey, right? So yeah, she was just like, when they all met up, she was just like throwing a lot of shade. And she's just like, you know, I did tell you not to bring a certain somebody, but she's here. So what's up with that? I was like, well, damn, tell her how you really feel. And she's just trying to tell her side of the story and what she wants to do and how she just wants to kind of fix things. And I mean, just Brittany was kind of giving her good advice, because she's like, you know, you really messed up, and I don't feel like you should be doing it at this event or whatever, because I don't want my performance get messed up. And I'm just like, that's all you think about is yourself, really. At the end of the day, you don't care about nothing else. You just don't want to have that association because you don't want to mess up business. That's what it is. So Spice comes through, and she's there with Mimi and Tiara. And, you know, they was all cool and sitting down. And it really seemed like a setup to me, because she tells her, like, oh, you know, we're going to have brunch and we're going to have Tokyo come through. And she's like, but why do we need to have her come through? Like, there's no reason that I need to meet her or anything like that. She's like, they're like, oh, well, we're all going to be on this trip, so we have to make sure that everything is good or whatever. And as soon as Tokyo comes in, I feel like, I mean, I seen what Spice wrote. Yeah, my MacBook's about to die. I seen what Spice wrote on Instagram. This was before I even watched the episode. And I was all like, you know, I was all with her, you know, before I saw the episode. But then when I saw the episode, I'm like, no, girl. Nah. There's no way. Like, she's like, oh, she jokes with people about their weight, her sisters or something like that. Her family members is big and she's big herself, and people always call her big, and she don't feel no type of way about it. You know, in Jamaica, that's the way you joke and things like that. I mean, I know how, you know, we say certain, I mean, I'm not Jamaican, but I know how they just say like mago women and, you know, fluffy women and things like that. And fluffy women are actually looked at, you know, pretty good. You know, you got a nice butt and everything else. You looking good. But the way she was saying it, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about her throwing shade. You know what I mean? Like, she was not trying to, like, uplift her. She was not trying to, like, joke with her. You was upset, and you clearly showed that you was upset. You know, and you was throwing shade, talking about, oh, they was like, oh, you know, are we gonna get food? She's like, I don't think she need any more food, or something along those lines. And I'm just like, that was not cool. You know, it's like she kept on poking at her every minute. But I just feel like even the whole situation was messed up because they didn't know what was going down. Tiara and Mimi, I feel like they blindsided them, and it wasn't cool. You know, what did you expect was gonna happen if these two women, they feeling some type of way about each other already? This man is still talking to her, still posting up pictures and stuff like that, and he's trying to get with this one. You know, I think Spice don't even really care about him. Like, at the end of the day, she's just like, whatever. But, you know, it's all about a pride thing. I feel like that's what it is. Like, you ain't gonna punk me. And she was talking about how she didn't want to fight on TV. But anyway, so, like I said, she kept on poking at her, saying little things. And then Tokyo act like she was about to walk away. She's like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm about to get up and leave. And then I guess, like, you know, sometimes when you just trying to stay cool, you trying to stay relaxed, you see this person doing all kind of snickering and facial expressions and trying to say certain things here and there. It's just like, wait, nah, you ain't gonna be playing me out like this. Out of here. And she just took her purse and just freaking tried to get her with it. But I don't think she got her one good look at her head or anything like that. It was close, but. And then, you know, it was, of course, going back and forth. Spice tried to take off her shoe and hit her with it. I'm like, that's like a weapon right there. Like, you OD'd, you know? I've done that before. Long time ago in my bad girl days. But, you know, it's just like you're kind of not thinking. But, you know, you could hurt somebody real bad. Good thing it didn't hit her in the head or anything like that, because that could have went real left. But it took like 6 people to hold Tokyo back, and then they freaking knocked the girl down on the floor. Like, she was pissed off though. Like, she was literally shaking, trembling when she was in the car. And then Spice was still saying things about how she's a big fat this and big that and that. So that was not terms of endearment, you know, regardless. So, I mean, and nowadays, everybody is sensitive. You cannot say certain things on social media. Otherwise, you will lose a whole ton load of fans. And she was saying, you know, how she does have the fluffy versus skinny, slim women on when she's coming up on stage. And she don't have no problem with big women. I mean, she just last week, she posted something where she had this big girl come up on stage. And she was, like, dancing and stuff. She was moving. I was like, yes, girl. So, you know, all these things she's trying to say, like, she doesn't have any problem with body image or anything like that. You know, she wasn't trying to put her down. But yes, at that moment, maybe not every fat person in the whole entire world, every, you know, big bone person in the whole entire world, but the way that you came across, that's what you was trying to put her down. You wasn't feeling her, you was trying to put her down. You was trying to find ways to bring her down. But she said so supposedly they're good now. So she says so. I don't know, maybe they had like a talk or something, or maybe Spice is done with this dude or whatever. I don't know what it is, but whatever. So yeah, Tokyo, who she was talking to? She was talking to somebody, and she said that, you know, things with, I think she was talking to Tiara. She's just like, things with her and Tobias, it was like real serious, you know, and she's just like, he needs to leave her alone if he wants to be talking to somebody else. And that's just it. Because at the end of it all, he's still over here posting her on Instagram. And she's like, I'm real sure Spice saw it because she be on his Instagram. And she's like, she only moved to Atlanta because of him. You know, you make a whole relocation because of somebody, then yeah, you definitely gonna feel some type of way if they're like moving on mad quick, you know? Like, damn, how long were they apart for him to be moving on and trying to get somebody else? And out of all the people in the world, you're gonna find somebody in a circle. Like, it's all like set up. Like, it's crazy. And she was saying how she didn't want to be that person, like fighting on camera and stuff on like that, fighting on TV. That's not who she wants to be. And I mean, I feel like she did try, you know? She did. So Mama D, she's over here testing Ernest again. She's giving him another chance. And he wants her back. She's like having him be her butler. He's like, you know, that's not what I want to be. What I want to be, he's like, because he's like, I want to be in your life if we're going to work on this. Not some, oh, you know, I'm going to be waiting on you hand and foot. So, I don't know how that relationship's going to go. I mean, she said he was into drug use and all that. So, even her son was like, if he's with you, that means that he's like a grandparent. So, y'all need to really get this all fixed up. Because, you know, that means that he's going to be around the kids and stuff like that. So, you know, you definitely got to be careful who you bring around your kids. And if he's into drugs, I wouldn't want him around anybody that's for me either. So, you know, she kind of got to get that situation. Just make sure that it's kind of really nipped in the bud. He talking about he don't want to do, what's that thing called? Rehab or anything like that. But are you strong enough to fight it? Because just because you feel like you are, doesn't always mean that you are. So Press Houston had their grand opening. It was huge. It was a lot of people. They said that was outside. You know, she's excited. This is her second location. I heard her say something like she wants to have 2 more. And of course, I'm talking about Rasheeda. And just Brittany, she performs. She have a little purple roots and orange hair or whatever. What was it? Red roots and orange hair. It didn't look too cute, but I guess she wasn't going for cute. She was going for different. With a long black dress. I'm like, girl, where you go? You looking like you ready to do like perform at the orchestra or something. Like, what are you doing? You at the opera, boo? She was, I don't know. It just looked way too much. Like she needs a stylist or something because that was not it. Anyway, so she sings. I don't know. I've never, since I've seen her on that Rick Ross little show that they had, I never was too fond of her performing or her singing. I just felt like she got through the door because she had that relationship with Rick Ross and because of her body and, you know, and because she was able to like move and stuff like that, you know, but I don't feel like she's as talented as a lot of the other people that was on that show. And I've always felt that way. And yeah, I just felt like it wasn't really an epic performance. She did get upset because she felt like people were talking and she called them out like, oh, I don't know why you guys are talking while I'm performing. I'm just like, this is not really professional. Like you're supposed to, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to continue on regardless of what's going on around you and not kind of let it get to you, kind of like block it out. But Erica was kind of like poking at her like, oh, you whack, like saying things like mad loud. I'm pretty sure she could hear it because she wasn't too far away. So she ended up leaving early because she was just like over it, and I guess she was trying not to get into anything with anybody. Yeah, it was both Estelita and Erica. They were like really not feeling her at all, which of course they're not because they both had problems with her. So yeah, Erica was kind of like embarrassing her on stage, like, oh, you're in your city and people, they don't even F with you, which is crazy because she's from Houston or Texas, whatever, pretty much same place. And you would think that people would be hyping you up because that's your city, but yeah, they weren't. They probably don't even, well, they're probably starting to know her, but they don't really know her, you know? Tokyo ended up coming through to the party as well. She was like, you know, I'm not going to stay in the house. Everything seemed peaceful. Okay, you know, she stayed on one table. Spice was in another table. Of course, they was looking at her. But she was like, you know, I'm not going to be staying up in my room, not doing nothing this whole entire time. Like, I'm here for a reason. First, she was like, she wasn't going to let nobody, like, send her away back on the plane back home. It was, she was going to stay in her room. But she like, nah, like, I ain't going to let nobody keep me in my room. And I don't blame you. Like, I would do the same thing. Like, come through looking flossy. Like, what? Like, ain't nobody going to say nothing to me. That's because I'm mad petty. That's why. And I don't care, you know? And so Rasheeda, she well, let me backtrack. So Jasmine comes through with Tiara holding hands like they both didn't want to fall. That's what you do with your best friend or your man when you got them high heels on and you know you don't want to like trip or nothing. You be holding their hand or you like hold their arm or something. You know, it looks cute, but you also kind of like keeping yourself up. I've done that before. I ain't even gonna front. Being the bestie, you know, like come on girl, let's hold each other's hand and you know, we walk with our heels and stuff. So that's what they was doing. They come through to the party, everybody looking at them like, what are the two of them doing here? Why are they here? You know, just looking like outcasts. I mean, especially Jasmine of all people. I mean, Tiara, don't nobody really got no problems with her. She trying to work her way back and get some money. I guess she begged to come back on the show and said she would kind of be this person, you know, this bestie for Jasmine so she could have a storyline. But she comes in and everybody's just looking at her, and she's all like up in both Kirk and Rasheeda's face, and Rasheeda was just like, go ahead. Like, you know, she held it down like, go ahead, boo. I'm gonna handle this. And she want to talk to me so bad, let's talk. So they had a little talking or whatever, and he was just, I mean, she was just like, you know, I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to apologize for everything. And at first I thought that Rasheeda was being a little bit hard on her, because I'm like, you know, at the end of the day, you're still like looking at her like a villain, like she's such a bad person. But you got to look at your husband too, because I mean, yeah, she knows who Kirk is because he's famous or whatever, and she opted to not use a condom or whatever, you know, however it went down. I mean, but we have to think about him. He knew he was married, and he proceeded to pursue this relationship. So at the end of the day, I think that he's the person that she should be more so mad at, because he disrespected her not once, but on several occasions, and in front of the camera, where there's no way for this to be removed. You know how a lot of people have their secrets, nobody ever has to know, or it's a quick secret, then it kind of like is swept under the rug. Like this, you can't sweep under the rug, because anytime you look him up, you're gonna see these things about him cheating in the hot tub, cheating this, cheating that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how many times do you allow somebody to kind of make you look stupid and embarrass you and just make you look like a weak woman, and like you'll accept anything? You know, I think that, yeah, kids are important, but I don't think they should really be seeing a dysfunctional family either, where you're pretending, you know? So anyways, that's how, so the two of them, they was talking and whatever, but then I kind of was feeling Rasheeda, because Rasheeda, she kept a real boss, you know? She didn't raise her voice. She just kind of like let her know, like, I don't see why you keep on coming around. The problem that you have is with him, so you need to address him. She was like, there's not much that we really need to say. And I was like, yes, Rasheeda. Yes, girl. You better let her know. And then she was like, you know, it's not even, she was like, you keep on showing me time and time again that you're a fucked up individual, because you're doing things like, you've put all the things that you've done with the blogs, you know, so that means that she's probably like selling stories to the blogs so she can get money. She's like, all the things that you posted on the blogs, all the games that you've been playing, and you posted my child on Instagram. See, I ain't know about this. See, now she's trying to make me look at her in a whole different light, because you don't put kids into stuff. You posting her kid on Instagram, like, why are you doing that? I mean, I don't know how deep it is, but regardless, just knowing that you took somebody's child's photo and posted it on the internet, like, nah, that's unacceptable. So, you know, now I'm more so seeing why Rasheeda would have a problem with her, and why it's like, you're dead to me. Like, there's no coming back from that. There's no, we're going to have a conversation, because you're just an effed up individual. And that's what I've seen time and time again. So no, we can't have a friendship. We can't have a relationship. There's nothing that I really need to say to you. And that's just what it is, you know? And if your child is around me, then maybe, you know, we'll have a, whatever type of conversation needs to be had then. You know, we know who each other is. But other than that, like, there could never be a friendship. And now I see more so why. So I get it, okay? Yeah, but I mean, it was nice that she even like had that conversation with her, because obviously after finding out all this, like, she didn't have to have a conversation with her. She could have just looked at her and walked away like, nah, you know? But and plus she knew, like, her riders had her back. Like, at the end of the day, if anything was to go down, but Jasmine knew better. Like, she got all these people here. She got Spice sitting down there that's ready to ride for her. She got Tokyo. I mean, she got all these crazy women. She got Karlie Redd. I said Cardi. Cardi B. Karlie. You know, she got, who else? She got all these people. So it's like, if anything, she got crazy ass Erica. Anything was to go down, pop off, they was all ready. You know what I mean? Even Mimi might have did a little something. I don't know. Mimi's a little more refined these days. But I wouldn't be surprised if she needed to, if she would. Because look how messy she was. Anyways, that's the episode. Let me know what y'all thought about it down below. Let's talk about it. And I'll go back to, you know, doing the shout outs in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you on the next one. Boo.